Hello, one and all. Once again, Dave the Crazed Collector here. And I've been reading a great book that I highly recommend to any monster kid or collector or crazed, person from the dark ages of the 60s. Aurora Model Kits. Now, I was a monster kid, and Aurora started the craze, I'll just go out on a limb and say, with Frankenstein in 1962. And this has got a great chapter about monster models. But what I also want to talk about is you learn stuff when you read a book. And I was just learning that I've got the box from the Guillotine. Now, Aurora, according to this book, was thinking, oh, let's make a bunch of torture devices and that'll go over big with moms. And so I never heard this. In the first issue, they were Madame Tussauds, torture devices, but the Tussaud family decided they didn't want to be associated with it, so later boxes are only marked Chamber of Horrors Guillotine. And then I want to point out something, if you can read that. My father used these boxes to sort all my trading cards and toys and monsters, and that says Valentine's. So all the Valentines I got would be put in this box and put on a shelf, but this was a really great model because you could chop a guy's head off. And here are the instructions. It was very intricate. You would put together the guy, you'd put together the scaffolding, as it were, and then the guy would go on this little bed here, and the blade would come down, and his head really wasn't attached, and it'd chop his head off, and it'd go in the basket. Now, that was a bit gruesome for people, and so it didn't really last that long. And while we're at it, I'm going to show you a couple other of my favorite monster model covers. And let's see. Oh, look, this one's had Civil War soldiers in it. That's my father at work. The creature from the Black Lagoon. Here's another box that isn't doing very well. It's been flattened out once. Dracula. The Bela Lugosi Dracula. And here's another model, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in mid-transition. You've got to love the Aurora model boxes because the artist was James Bama, who later went on and did the Doc Savage covers. And like I said, if you want to talk about model kits, get this book. It goes on from the model kits that I collected as a monster kid into Man from U.N.C.L.E. and all the TV show kits and the James Bond and the kits of characters, superheroes like Wonder Woman and Superman and Batman. And another book they talk about you might want to get if you're a monster kid is Monster Scenes. After the failure of the Guillotine, which really didn't do very well, Aurora thought they had the great idea, well, let's make a play set of modeling with all sorts of torture devices. And that was kind of like their downfall, I'll say, because it got banned, it was controversial, it was terrible. Get this book if you like monster models. I'm Dave the Crazed Collector. We do traveling exhibits at Super Monster City, where all the monsters are safe and the villains scheme and the heroes save the day. So what I want you to do is go to our website and find out where our exhibits are traveling next, and maybe you can go visit them. My partner and I, he puts them in the educational and sort of the political and societal context. And then there's cool toys to look at. You can learn something at the same time. People love our exhibits. Don't miss out. We'll see you there. Bye-bye.